CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And that's when you just comes up.
Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere! You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? Drunken. The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies off my lawn.
Girls do.
They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk on life. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American. Caribbean queen. Caribbean queen. So I'm not a jack of all lanterns, okay? So I don't know how to commit murder with Loyola Davis, okay? So I'm not a graveyard smash, okay? That's not me.
That's not anyone.
Hey, you wanna hear a joke? What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah.
Sure. Welcome, everybody.
All right, folks, welcome to another Drunken News Report. It's Wednesday, so that means it's that time again. So let's go ahead and bring in our peoples of the stuffs and things. So let's go ahead and bring in our co-host, and that is our...
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes, I guess
Howdy.
you're right.
Howdy,
you
howdy,
doing?
howdy.
Yes, some people with no brains do a lot of talking, and and you see that lately quite a bit. And for some reason they all are upset about a choice they made.
Yes,
but that's for yesterday's stream.
Yeah. All right.
Who else is backstage?
Let's bring in our other guest, and let's start with our. And there we go. How are you both doing?
I thought Brainless was going on about me, about a choice I just made literally 15 minutes ago to buy 2 concert tickets at over 1,100 quid for a girl.
For what?
Hans Zimmer, dude.
Okay, sure.
And it's a year away.
I thought it was
a year away. It's the first of December 2025. The O2 Centre, London. Bought middle front row, or middle closest to the front.
So let's hope you're still friends with her, and otherwise you already.
You dumbass! That's all I wanted, because I'm still fucking saying I'm a dumbass.
But anyways,
1,000.
Yes. No, that's cool. You only live once that we know of. So enjoy it.
Yeah, but fuck it, exactly. Like you were just saying.
Anyways, Slim, Brainless, Dog. I hope everybody's good. And I'm assuming we got some crazy shit going on tonight, but it might not be the crazy shit stream. I can't remember.
No, but it's not. It's Drunken News. So it's going to be crazy.
It's crazy shit for Drunken News.
Well, it's crazy technology and sciences. Let's put it that way. So anyways,
all right.
Let's crack on. And I have a surprise for us all as well that I'm going to open up with, because I thought this was very interesting, and I didn't even know about this, even though I am alcohol connoisseur, I guess. So let's go ahead, and now we're going to do our intros. Then we'll get to saying hello to the side of my chest, and then we'll get into the days of today. The thingies of the todays.
The days of
today. In America, it's International National Cookie Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
it is.
That's because I follow Cookie Monster on Threads.
Yeah. Yes, and Dog will talk about your day, your yesterday day in a second. But let's crack on with this first.
Disability Day,
Yes, and we'll talk about that in a minute, and we'll let you go on if you'd like to say anything about it other than that. But we'll get to it. I forgot. I didn't remember you saying that. I'm sorry. I am the dumbass. But let's crack on.
Post-stream.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard! Action Bastard, I need you! Action Bastard, I need you! Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second. Are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
What? What?
Oh. What's in this shit?
Slick,
Yeah,
you do
what's in
realize
this
that
shit, man?
that like I am actually only one that can see you when those videos are playing, right?
No, I know that totally, but I'm not gonna stop not fucking mimicking these things. That's my whole entire life. Is yeah. If you all don't know, the whole time I'm mimicking everything that's going on in those videos. It's hilarious. I wish you all
Even
could
Cheech and
see.
Chong.
Well,
That's what
no,
I
the whole
imagine
time.
when I'm listening. I imagine you doing it.
It is action bastard. I need you, action bastard. Why am I wasting time dancing? And then when Hassan goes in quotes, and I do that, and then like call a crackhead, and like I literally like I mimic out all
Just
of
film it all with
every.
you doing it. Like that might
Yeah.
be more entertaining.
Well, if I can, I guess I can I guess I could put that as a private video on YouTube, and I could
Or you
play
can make
it,
a puppet
and then
show
I
of it.
could. We could show it in different ways is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
and
members
probably
only.
are going- But anyways, let's crack on. Let's go ahead and say hello to our cinema chat. In there, we've got an Ollie.
Yeah,
We got to stop the stupidity.
Hello, stop.
Stupid.
A demon orb.
Demon.
And we have a Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
A Jasper.
Oh, Jasper. Hello,
How you
Jasper.
doing?
Is it demon orb? Is that the no, that's called something else. I was thinking demon orb was the ball of nuclear whatever that that couple had. No, it's
the
but it's
demon
called
core.
something else.
That's the demon core.
There we go.
Oh.
Thank you. That's
You
what I
don't
was
think
thinking. My brain was like
American
demon
Top
orb,
Fire,
but
Steven
demon
Spinner.
core, demon
The demon-
porn. That's
demon
my favorite.
porn, okay.
Demon porn is there we go. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways. But every time I hear your name, demon, I think of that. I think it's the demon core for some reason, and maybe it's associated with that. I don't know, but here we go. Anyways, let's blow on to this. Oh, it's your brother. Totally. That's exactly
Your brother.
It's
Your brother's okay. Yeah.
So let's get into the days of the years that it is, and we will talk about something in just a second. But National Cookie Day. If you don't know what that means, you need to get your head checked. Anyways, National Sock Day. These little pieces of fabric we wear on our feet are an important part of being cool and comfortable all day long. Then we also have, pardon me, World Wildlife Conservation Day. So once again, these are not just national holidays. This is worldwide or world.
Worldwide.
But does the world recognize it, or is it only the Americas that recognizes it? I don't know.
No.
Anyways,
America only recognizes the foodie ones because they're fat cunts, all of them.
And I don't want to think that the Americas would only be doing it. This thingy that says Cabernet Franc Day. I'm saying
Cabernet
that right.
Franc.
Right? I'm saying that
When
right.
When is Sauvignon Day?
Is it Franc or is it France?
It's Franc. It's Franc.
It's Franc. That's because
Franc.
it's not an E.
F-R-A-N-C,
It's Franc.
it's Franc.
Yeah, okay.
Which used to be
I did say it right. I did say it right.
That used to be their type of currency too. The French franc with the franc.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying wine. The Cabernet.
The Cabernet. Cabernet. No, I think it is Cabernet Franc is a type of wine, but there's also Cabernet Sauvignon
and all kinds of other things of the things and stuff. No, totally, obviously.
Yeah.
So the other thing on this that we're gonna go over today is Santa's List Day. Imagine being Santa and knowing who's been naughty or nice. Bring cheer to your family this Christmas season by making it to the nice list.
The nice list.
I'm guessing it's just reminding your kids to be nice. Nope, I don't.
I do like it when
people are being on the naughty list.
You can be naughty in a nice way, Brandless, and then you'll make the list twice.
So
or two lists.
When I was a kid, we used to write a letter to Santa and just post it. As long as you put your address on it, the post office would actually send back a letter from Santa.
Yeah, it's still available, but our postal service is on strike.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Yeah, I know that. I've gotten multiple emails about how can I have things mailed to me in Canada from America.
You can't right now.
It costs $141 for me to send something that is not even a whole pound in weight to where
we have to convert it to 0.6 kilos. And that's the expensive part.
It'll be a lot easier when Trump annexes it and makes it the 51st state.
I don't think he could handle that.
No, he wants to.
Have they tried that before?
They want to make it 2 states. They want to make it red on the left, and they want to make it red on the right or something. Like it's fucking.
Well, we're white on top, so I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with that.
I don't know.
You're gonna look like a really fucked up, maybe a fucked up districting thing. But yeah, we burnt down your White House once. We won't hesitate to do it again.
Yeah, you sound like a Republican now, Al.
Especially if the Cheetos.
Anyways,
if they invade, that's fair game. What the fuck?
He's not going to be able to do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over something that I didn't even really know about, and I live really close to Mexico, and know a lot about tequila and mezcal. But here's something different that I've never heard of.
This is the agave plant from Mexico. It's used to make 2 of North America's most popular spirits, tequila and mezcal. It's also the main ingredient in one of Mexico's oldest fermented drinks, pulque. Pulque isn't nearly as popular as the other 2, but that wasn't always the case. In the late 1800s, pulque was Mexico's most consumed alcoholic drink. But because of false rumors, its reputation as a drink for the poor and competition from the beer industry.
They also, from what I was reading, because I read up more on this, was that it was made with feces. So the beer industry started posting.
Yeah, it seems like
made with
a bad marketing choice.
So that's why this thing fell out of favor, because it used to be the most popular drink.
Yeah, that's similar to big oil saying like, oh, if a power plant fails, it's like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. Totally.
I don't think that's accurate.
Almost.
Oh, but that's
no,
same
that's
thing.
not. And that's what they're doing. Is it's fake propagation.
That's
why everybody's scared of.
It probably was made of feces because it does taste like shit. It's fucking horrible.
Yo, there's some shit that tastes like shit, but some shit tastes really good.
Okay. I don't know what it tastes like. I've never had this thingy before, so I don't know.
It's completely disappeared.
Is it? Okay.
Hicieron desplazar a
the term coma
hacer un lado
came from?
para.
I don't know. Let's keep going. Hey, Jinx, you.
Hey, Jinx.
Hi, Jinx.
Hi, Jinx.
Now, young Mexicans are fueling a renaissance of the dying drink. But can pulque
So now it's becoming revived in Mexico.
become a global hit like tequila and mezcal? And how, against all odds, is it still standing? Between tequila,
I feel like he's milking the agave plant with that weird ass thing.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking weird. It's kind of weird. So let's find out how it's made.
Milk bean, yeah.
It's like they're milking the fucking blue agave. But anyways, let's crack on because I don't 100% know how this is made. I only just looked up a couple things about it, barely looked over it, saw the things about it. But here, let's find out how it's different.
And then you grab a bottle and you drank it. Oh.
I believe blue milk comes from the bantha, not agave.
Well, let's find out.
Some dodgy fucking cactus. It's just horrible. It's fucking shit.
What emails are you waiting for, Carrie?
He's waiting for emails.
Emails?
Are you waiting for job emails?
Give me your mail address. I'll send you an email.
An email?
I mean, but that
doesn't mean what you think it does, Brainless.
Anyways, let's crack on. So once again, families and friends. Well, okay. Well, I'm sure that you will be getting them from them for reasons. Anyways.
Unless you voted for Trump, then you're probably not going to get any emails anymore. ever.
Well,
but...
unless they all voted for him and you didn't. But anyways, let's crack on. What is the difference?
This time, and they
What is
don't
the difference?
be afraid.
What is the
Nobody
what?
loves you, even your family. Don't smell you. Sorry.
What
It's
is
okay.
dog singing there?
What's I don't know, but let's crack on. What is the difference between tequila, plaque, and mezcal? And I know I'm totally butchering the way you said it.
What
You're
is
probably
the
like
difference?
plaque. Anyways, let's crack on.
Pulque and mezcal. Pulque is the oldest, dating back at least 2,000 years. Even though all three drinks are made from the agave plant, the way they are made makes them taste different. Mezcal
obviously
gets its smoky flavor from roasting the heart, or the piña, of the agave plant, while the tequila gets its sweet fruitiness from steaming it. Both liquors also have complex distillation processes that can take weeks to complete and result in spirits that contain...
Oh, so you're telling me the 2,000-year-old spirit doesn't have a complicated process for it pulling out the spirit from the agave? No, not at all.
...in as much as 55% alcohol. Pulque, on the other hand, is made through natural fermentation, which gives it a slightly sour taste and a much lower alcohol content, around 4%.
So it's more like a beer, technically. So it's like a beer, a tequila beer, I guess. Like a tequila, I don't know.
But sour,
remember,
right? Or
does anyone else remember the Three Amigos? And they go into the pub, and the guy's like, they're like, we want some beer, and they're like, we have tequila, and they're like, is that like beer? And he says, "C is like beer."
Yeah, I had this. It was like
and they
it was served in a half pint glass sort of thing. It was served quite a lot.
This
Mexico, and it's fucking horrible. It was.
Well, okay, and I believe it. I'm totally not gonna say that it isn't. And once again, we're talking about a 2,000-year-old recipe. It's probably not that freaking great, but I didn't know this was a thing until just a week ago or so, and I started seeing this appear more, and then I started doing a little bit more research into it. And so we'll just go into this a little bit more because this is kind of an interesting thing, and maybe it will become something that's a little bit more popular. We'll see. Although it's if they can take it out of the agave plant without having to make more of them, then that would be great. But the problem is they're running out of them, and so tequila actually almost became extinct very recently, and they're just changing the ways that they make it in the past couple years or something.
Well, she mentioned about natural fermentation, which makes me think there's an unnatural fermentation.
Well, the
which
unnatural
makes me wonder what is that exactly?
Yeah, the unnatural fermentation is tequila. It's boiled and the spirits are taken out of it. With natural fermentation, it's just yeast and just let it
and watching it happen.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so one's mechanically heated to get the process going.
Unnatural fermentation only happens when witches cast a spell on it to turn it into. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Well, sometimes it happens when I stop at the wrong Mexican restaurant, like Taco Bell. There's some unnatural fermentation going on there too.
Yeah, and it comes out in a splatter, and we'll talk about that later. But let's crack on. Let's crack on with this a little bit more.
Natural fermentation is just adding sugar to make alcohol.
I don't know the Spanish word for sacre bleu, but it's very difficult.
And making sure that it can like degas as well. So there's like 2-3 little itty bitty things you kind of need. It just matters on how big or small you're making the batch. Let's put it that way. But let's crack on.
I haven't tasted anything quite like pulque. Something like it's slimy, a little bit thick, a little bit heavy on the gut, but yet it's so tasty.
Pulque is also much.
It's slimy and okay, all right, we're done with that. So if you've not voted in the Cinema chats for what is the most interesting topic, please go ahead and do that. But while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and get into how these giant rats wearing tiny vests sniff out something.
These rats are not the rats that you would see commonly on the streets. These are Pishas and Sorgi rats, so they're native to Morogoro, Tanzania.
Holy fuck!
So they're here. They're trained to detect They're trained to detect illegally trafficked wildlife. And here is how.
Oh.
And I know in this image, they look like a tiny little itty bitty little normal like size rat. Just wait until you see how huge they are. And I know we just did, and I think that's why
the dude was holding one.
I know.
It's what they
No,
can't.
I know. So
and
here
this
we
one is
go.
clearly a dude. This one is clearly a dude.
Damn it.
But the Carnivoras are quite.
Well, yeah,
cute.
no, look at those balls.
That
They're
is it. That
freaking
looks like a fucking
dropping
huge
to the
rat.
ground. Yeah,
Wait,
it's
is Dog
huge.
talking about a capybara?
A capybara. That's
No.
it.
Capybara,
Well,
okay. A capybara
sure,
and
maybe-
a rat, they're not related, are they? Maybe they are.
No,
I thought a capybara was like an Australian.
Well, they're both
They're a far off relative, but they're not 100% close enough. There's like a thing that. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But let's crack on. Let's
Okay.
crack on.
All species of rats actually have an incredible sense of smell, but we could harness these rats' incredible sense of smell and their large size and also their large lifespan for scent detection tasks.
So they can make this so they develop it into having to be small tools to help the animals, which is the thing, the back brace or the vest, and then it has a little ball in it, and then it'll talk about what the ball is. And I will slow this down to talk about what the ball is. God damn it, that's not what I meant to do. There we go.
So the idea of this vest is that the rats are wearing a small ball that's attached at the chest.
Okay, so they're wearing the vest with a small ball attached to the chest. So there's the ball, and here's why they're doing
And
this.
they're taught that when they detect pangolin scales or ivory, they pull this ball. And in that moment,
So when they detect,
Wait,
I want
they
us
can
to
smell
hear this again.
ivory? They can smell ivory?
When they
Yeah,
can detect
ivory product from elephant,
But listen,
from
listen,
illegal
listen.
trafficking. Of-
Yes,
wow.
and that's what we said. That's what they were
Oh,
saying.
cool, okay.
This is for
Got it.
detecting illegal wildlife trafficking, trade, blah blah blah. So once again, let's listen to this. Attached to the chest, they're being taught that
when they detect pangolin scales or ivory, they pull.
So pangolin scales or ivory. So pangolin scales are the scales of a large lizard, right? And they're being
Okay.
sold illegally to trade things for people that have that millionaires that have or something like that. I don't know why the pangolin, which no. It looks more like an aardvark, right? I'm sorry.
I thought it was like an armadillo, but then I was like, oh, maybe it is a lizard.
Brainless. You have a photo of one.
Already on it, my man. Already on it.
Are you bringing us a picture of a pangolin?
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, I was thinking about an armadillo when you said that.
It's a bit armadillo-like, yeah.
Okay.
And so,
or an armed dildo.
Yes.
As
So
I've
a bunch
heard
of
it called.
So
The
a bunch
armed
of
dildo.
rich twats are either buying them alive and keeping them as pets, or they're buying them dead so they can stuff them or use them as trophies or have them around their
Okay, well, no, it's not.
psychopath.
There's lots
whatever.
of good animals you can kill and eat that are like, totally like in good supply, and fucking with elephants and whatever that pangolin thing is.
No, we're not
No,
having
and the
sex with
problem is
animals.
with ivory, and the
I
problem
didn't
is
say
the
fucking,
ivory.
I didn't mean
Well, I know,
fucking
but
them.
hold on.
I didn't mean like
Hold
what-
on. And let's crack on, because it is also ivory, and they can do this to other things. So this is just the beginning of helping for them to sniff out the trade, and we'll go from there. Oh, all right.
Yeah, the skills are used in traditional medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pull this ball.
That too, which doesn't make any sense and doesn't work, because their scales are made out of what our nails are made out of, just like goddamn
Which is
motherfucker.
like keratin.
Keratin?
And in that moment right now,
it is. It's just so. Yeah, anyways.
But like rhinoceros horn is like
God
supposed to
damn
be
you,
magical
dog.
and stuff, right?
God damn it, dog. All right. So, dog
What did you
did
do?
a gifted
Dog, you
membership.
gave
of
it, so
Fame.
you're naming them.
Well, that's super nice, dog.
You're reading them all.
I'm looking at the fact I've just spent over 1,100 quid on 2 fucking concert tickets, which is a year
Okay,
away. So,
and then-
I'm
and then you
throwing
thought you'd
money
spend
away.
some
at
more
the
money.
moment. Why not? What's
It's just like it's the mood you're in today.
Hey, hold on. Stop. Let's do this first. Thank you, dog, very much. We're going to play all the new memberships, new member video. Then we're going to have somebody let us know who those new members are. And if I have to open up a new tab, I'll totally do it. It's fine. I don't mind. It doesn't matter.
It can't be me unless you read them to me first, and then I'll just repeat them.
No, it's most likely gonna be brainless. Thank you, brainless. I love you. All right, so here we go.
I'll read them.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for that.
It's got some really awesome people. You got some really awesome people, dog. We started off with our good friend, What the Beck?
Nice.
Our friend currently here, Kari.
Nice.
Hey, Kari.
And a Cody Flashish. Don't know. And that dumbass Clockwork Rex.
Oh, yeah.
He can pie.
He's on his bet.
And Linda, our delicious Danish.
The delicious Danish. All right. Is that all of them?
Somebody tell
Mr. Fear, Carl Kinser, Lee Williams, Arithmetic Crystal. That was it.
Oh, nice PC.
Or 10 motherfuckers that
Crystal
are
got
now
one too, eh?
members. Yeah.
All right.
If I can figure out a way to like share that in a better way, then I will. But I don't know how to share that in the right way.
Did Pastor Huckleberry get one?
Like if I do, let me try something. Let me try one thing.
I can screenshot it and post it in your Discord.
Let me try one thing and see.
All right.
All right, eh?
Let me try to pop this out. Nope. And our poll is Jesus Christ. Brain activity, e-tattoos, 33%. Everything else is 22%. But let me try to pop this out and see if I can.
I already have a screenshot.
It shows it. Okay, sure. Okay, show that because that like the way it shows it for me is way well. It's just go ahead. Go ahead.
Drop it in the Discord,
or just share it.
Share it here.
Sure. Just share it. Just share it. Just share it. That's what she said.
Yeah. Of course, that's what they say. You keep all the booze for yourself.
So from now on, maybe we'll do it this way, or I saw that there was a way that I could have shared it, but fuck it. That's what she said last night.
Fuck it.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Come on. Got it.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Okay, there we go.
Pretty list.
There you go. Thank you all very much, doggos. And here we blow. Let's crack on.
Yeah, you're not sharing your screen anymore. So, you know.
Okay.
You dumbass.
Yep, totally. So now that we like know what we're talking about, like literally, it's the rats, and they're looking for different types of things. Bobbers.
That's actually pretty cool with those rats.
Yes,
rats with the balls.
Rat balls, my favorite.
I was trying to bring up about like rhinoceros horn, like is it? Because that's another thing that people try to like trade in, and bear gallbladders are another thing.
What gallbladders?
From bears. They take the gallbladders from bears.
Yeah,
and they're like
bears?
They're traded. That's another thing. That they're like
just a gall.
And it's like just a gallbladder. And the thing is, like, bear has all sorts of good meat and fur, and you know they make great rugs and all that kind of shit. And then they just cut the gallbladder and run away. And
no, what they sometimes also do, I don't know if it still happens, but they put them in cages and put a tap on their gallbladder and just tap the gall straight from the animal.
Oh, that's fucking brutal too.
Cage where they
and then the shark fin. the shark fin soup thing too, where they cut off the fin and drop it right back in alive. Like that's fucking brutal too.
Yeah, totally. So, anyways, let's crack on.
Shark meat is
With
good
this-
too.
I don't know.
I don't want to say that, but yeah, no, I'm okay. Anyways, let's crack on.
Well,
Let's
mako
crack
shark
on.
anyway is really tasty.
Yeah, totally. Shut up. But no, let's not say that out loud. No, I'm just kidding. No, certain sharks aren't like you're just taking just the fin. There are ones that you know they eat most of the
a nice big
fillet.
steak out of like the center of the
yeah.
A nice big chop from the mako shark is really good.
Yeah, but let's crack on with this, and this is let's see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The tree didn't light up. This is in Dublin.
Probably planned.
What are they trying to light it with?
The lights are just supposed to light up on the tree, and they're just not lighting up.
All right, well.
Starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How many times does it not work?
4, 3, 2, 1.
4 times, 5 times? I don't know.
Wow.
But it never happened.
Maybe
so
cat shoot on the wire.
They're probably all wire. They're probably all bulbs, and one of them is out. So
one of them it's wired in series, not parallel.
You got to go through them all to find that one fucking bulb.
That's right.
Probably. So
I got that problem with one. It's an LED string though, and one of them, just one small section, doesn't work right, and it's on one day and off the next. It's weird.
I don't know.
You don't have that problem.
Just cut that bit out.
Cut it. Never mind. I don't know exactly what this means 100%, but UNESCO recognizes this Vienna sausage stand. So here we go with this.
That means that it's like
World Heritage Site.
Yeah, it's like that is
it's actually
historically valuable, and it has historical value.
Okay.
The Vienna sausage is like the original Frankfurter, right?
I'd rather eat her. Never mind.
Vienna sausage is
So,
much better.
so here is just, and I'll go ahead and I'll slow it down to regular speed, and then we'll go ahead and hear some people say how good they think the thing is.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's very tasty. I got a cheese one. I've never tried it before. It's very, very nice.
It's very nice. I've been. Wait, no, I haven't been there. Wait, maybe I've been there. Is this in Germany? No, I don't remember. No, I'm not. No, is this in Germany? I forgot.
No,
I feel like I've
in
seen that
Austria.
statue before. Yeah, okay, so that's different. I've not been to Austria, and so never mind.
They're neighbors, but they're not the same place.
Yeah, no, that's what I know. No, I know that. I totally know that for sure. I'm not so much of a dumb American. I don't understand that concept.
All right,
but I totally
just check it in case any other Americans are watching.
Sure, yeah, totally that too.
Again, can I speak quickly? There's a butcher near me.
Yes, please go.
That makes cooked meat sandwiches. And one of them is Vienna sausage hot dogs, and they're the best thing I've ever tasted in a hot dog. They're absolutely delicious. Vienna sausage is gorgeous.
There were a couple of places that were roadside attractions like this, or roll up carts and or like temporary setup that we got bratwurst from, with the stringy freaking onions and the mustard, and oh my Jesus, like having it like,
as long as you don't put sauerkraut on it, then it's good.
Yeah, red onion chutney red onion chutney with ale.
I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Sure. All right. But let's crack on before we get into I feel like a fight's going to happen if we talk about that more, because that's just like the whole thing about other things we talk about here in the Americas, like what you put in salsa and shite. But let's crack on.
Wir sind glücklich, dass wir diese Anerkennung bekommen haben. Wir haben lange darum gekämpft.
Exactly.
Wir finden, Streetfood gibt es auf der ganzen Welt, den Würstelstand.
Why does it keep turning off the freaking... Okay, it's still saying in German anyways, and only Brainless probably is the one that can understand anything that he just said. But let's crack on.
Well,
so let's get into...
German is different than German.
I know. I totally understand the
I
different...
speak German. He just said one day I'll be on Slim's stream talking shit, and here he is.
Yeah.
That's what that says there.
That's exactly what he said. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to stop the poll. If you've not voted in the poll, go ahead and vote in the poll in the next 10, 9, 8, 7, and whatever. And I'm just gonna go in the fucking poll. Well, do it now because I'm just gonna go in the order I'm gonna fucking want to go with.
Slim, I can't vote in a fucking poll.
No, it's okay. That's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna end it now, and I'm just gonna go.
Take what I get.
I'm gonna go.
I can make ridiculous comments about them in any order that you.
I'm going to go in the order I want to. That's why it's my fucking channel, you assholes.
That's right.
Anyways,
I can make a ridiculous comment about any one of them in any order.
You got two drawers. You got water muscle robot, and you've got brain activity tattoos, both for 30%.
Yeah. So
brain activity tattoos.
Before we get into that, I want to
tattooed on your brain.
Just wait, there's more. But let's do this while I am setting up for reading those thingies of the Mabobbers, because they're news articles that I have to read. Where these are just videos that play for themselves. But listen to this. Somebody just popped in. Who just popped in?
Yeah, that's... I'll drop.
Bring him back
in other news tonight, happening now, Tulsa's City Council is in the spotlight tonight for a prayer at the beginning of a meeting that people, including Governor Kevin Stitt, are calling satanic. News Channel 8's Tony Motorzycki has more after speaking with a city councilor who says it's not satanic, but paganism.
A prayer to open up last week's Tulsa City Council meeting made its rounds on social media over the weekend. Priestess Amy McAdams, who's pagan, gave the invocation using the character Medusa from Greek mythology, who has snakes for hair and known for her wrath.
Champions of equality and sacred rage.
Why? She's been in a row as well. Oh my God.
This is amazing. This is so amazing. This is so awesome. And sorry, everybody. I commend her for bringing it to the table in the way that she did. Sorry. Just listen.
I call to Medusa, monstrous hero of the oppressed and abused. I open the eye of Medusa, the stare that petrifies injustice.
People, including Governor Kevin Stitt, calling the prayer satanic. City Councilor Krista Patrick, who's also pagan, says her religion...
Who said Medusa satanic? Isn't that Roman or like Greek? Or, like there wasn't Satanism before
the Christians came and fucked up everything else.
Well, and then the Bible, the Bible didn't even have Satan in it per se exactly, right? To the best of our knowledge, like there was like other books that were written after it, like Dante's Inferno, which is like 13 steps of hell, and then other things that were written about Satan, devils and demons and other things. Is there references to them in it? Yes, per se, but literally, like it's Jesus Christ. This has nothing to do
way we
with
see him now.
The teachings in the Bible.
So are you saying the devil isn't real?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I'm saying the devil is the hero of the Bible.
They haven't there hasn't been musicians, artists, public officials that have sold their soul to the devil, even though like they didn't get everything that they wanted and blah blah blah. And It's not like a genie thing. But anyways, let's crack on. Let's keep going.
The devil
Religion
will
is
be
not satanic.
Al's president soon when Canada becomes a 51st state.
Well, they want to make it into 2 states. They want to make it into 2 states. But we'll talk about that later.
I don't.
Well, no, they
I
want to
don't
make
think
it into.
They have any idea
they
how
wanna make
large
it-
it is here.
They want to make it blue and red. They want to make it Democratic
no,
on
we're
one
white-
side and
we're
Republican on one
We're
side.
white and red.
I know. It's dumb as shit.
That put all the Republicans up north.
And let them fucking freeze to
What
death.
the
'cause
fuck?
they're
I don't think they
idiots.
could handle it.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, but like
Exactly.
that they can't fuck up as much.
Yeah. Well, let's try that.
You're just trying to slow them down with
Paganism.
snow and ice.
Well, there's no way that you're gonna get the goddamn motherfucking Canada to agree to that, and or you are like governed by what France, right? The French.
No.
France.
The same king as Doggo.
We're a constitutional monarchy.
You're a
They're
constitutional.
wrong
Okay.
governance.
Anyways,
No,
sure.
Don't forget, Canada was formed.
Yeah, but like if America invades Canada, I think they'd also be at war with England.
They would, yeah. I think
during the War of Independence,
anyways.
Canada was formed, and America tried to flank them by taking over Alaska, which had like 8 people. Fucking dogs to take over, and that's why that big divide of Alaska, Canada, and then America. America doesn't understand that we basically surround you. So if you want to if Trump wants to start fucking wars, the world will end.
No, we're dead. No, I know. Yeah, we know. Everybody else knows that except for this punk ass.
That screenshot.
But, did I stop the poll?
Yes, you
I
did.
don't know. Did you stop the poll?
Okay.
You stopped it, yeah.
But you want to do whatever you want, so there's no need for me to copy it.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
Do you want to read them out? You got water muscle robot, that's and brain activity tattoos.
Yeah, I know.
Top, endoscope lens and hydrogen truck. Yeah, are sadly lacking.
So I'm just gonna play the body wash, human body wash machine again. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, no, let's go ahead and we'll start with this. I thought I had a thingies of the mabobbers for it, but that's okay.
A bobber up the thingies?
I got this. God damn it, son of a bee sting. I pressed the wrong button, but it's okay. All you have to do is press the other button.
Wait.
You dumbass! Exactly. I am a dumbass. All right. Thank you, haters, for not being here to call me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, researchers use e-tattoos on scalps to monitor brain activity. So they're putting these little diode thingy-mabobbers, and they're being able to, through traditional brain monitoring setups, known as that fucking word. I am totally not going to say that because I'm going to butcher the beep out of it. Electroencephalograms.
Yeah.
Woo! I totally did not say that right. I know there was like a couple letters.
Electro-thingamograms. Electro-thingamograms.
That thing, right? Anyways.
Are you sure that you're even close?
No, I was close. No. I literally was
pretty close, I think.
But I feel like there's like
electro-thingamogram.
Hold on. Electroencephalograms. That's probably
electroencephalograms.
I am going to get to
Well, I
that.
think that's it's electronic stuff, and it comes from the brain.
Please do not ask me to say that again. But I'm going to tell you what this is. If you don't, hold on. I'll tell you what it is. God damn it, motherfucker! Just wait.
Call them ECGs. That's an ECG.
So anyway, so what they're doing is, can I just goddamn keep going on with this? Because I feel like, anyways.
Well, I had one of these as a child. They shaved my head and stuck like fucking 100 fucking electrodes to my head to see what my brain was doing. Because I I was having fits for some reason.
But okay.
I didn't have any stuck to my butt.
Oh.
Sorry, it
Slim,
was all
they put it on his head, not his butt.
Hold on. But instead of gluing a bunch of electrodes across your scalp, hooking up to a rat that's a nest of wires, like you were saying there, dog, instead of that, they can now, by using this temporary tattoo, they can draw it on your body, and then they can put these little wires that are signal capture devices or ways to capture it on your head. So instead of it being very evasive, it's now ininvasive. And the other thing is that I'm going to say before they talk
tattoo
about it
is innovative. Yeah.
Well, no. This literally is they paint it on. It's painted on. It's just cool. Like it's a temporary tattoo, and it also can go over hair. I'm just going to say that now. But anyways. So what it does is you can
Brainless. I'm sorry, Slim. I know you're trying to take over back control of your own show, but I actually thought this would be something that you would be into. Is that you would sit there in a machine and they'd show you a porno mag or something, and whatever came up in your mind would automatically tattooed on wherever you wanted it to be by a robot.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing if I had one. But
I'm not weird.
Anyways,
I just thought that's what.
You're mistaking weirdness for creativity, or creativity for weirdness.
So let's crack on. So it is a way that they could check on epilepsy, brain tumors, and other ways of mapping and the electric and mapping of the brain and the head by electrodes gluing, which is just a robot printer simply jets out a conductive ink pattern onto your scalp that they can hook up a monitor to, and then they can take in the mapping of whatever's happening on the conductive ink as a fake tattoo pattern. It's not a real tattoo. It's just
how many of them do you need to? Because usually those things like what Dog is talking about, I've had scans done of my brain activity, and they put quite a few of them on. It's not just 2 or 3. It's probably a dozen of them that they stick to you. So it's
the thing. Well,
look smaller, right?
Just look at the photo, and I know maybe you can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to take my eyes off the road, but
it looks like 6 or 8 or something.
Oh, it's multiple. It's multiple. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a lot if they want. But once again, it matters on. Hold on. It matters on what they're looking for or why you're having your brain scanned. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I had that as well, but for me they didn't shave. They had a hat I had to put on, like a shower cap.
Yeah, but you're younger than me. I'd actually had them glued to my head, and the whole test is different things. They give you different scenarios, and then they flash lights with your eyes closed.
Hey, Crooks. Yes, but anyways, let's get.
By the way, Crooks, I don't know.
And things like that. Just to see how your brain sort of, because don't forget when your eyes close, your eyelids still see light through them, and it's just it's a crazy. But it works.
Yes. Anyways, yes.
By the way, does Crooks already know that on another stream he got a membership? I don't know.
You're now a member, Crooks. Yeah, and Wolfie, you are one again if you. Anyways, so this ink, it can be an ultra thin film, just up to 30 micrometers thick, half of the width of a hair. Tests run on 5 people with short hair reveal that even with thickness, the e-tattoo can pick up brain signals just as well as by standard bulky electrodes. Plus, old school,
the ink must have some sort of conductive material inside it.
We just said that. I just said that.
Right.
I said that because it has. it has, let's see. Anyways, it's done with properties that cause it to be electromagnetic or whatever.
Well, we're gonna
so
have to
that
hook one
it
of you up to
can-
see which one of you remembered it
Yeah,
and which one
there
of you
we
didn't.
go. Yeah, well, I mean, it is with conductive ink right there. It says it.
Conductive ink.
Since
Yeah,
the conductive ink
I
can
think
be
you should
turned
say
into
that.
a hair line
But-
pattern. Also, it's much shorter than having the wiring connected to this. Anyways, so once again,
55 and 3/4, you twat.
That's
I just don't really see the how much this is a big advantage, but
instead of wait, hold on, wait, what?
Because you still
Wait,
have
what?
you still have all the wires in your neck, so.
Yeah,
but no, wait. Do you not know what's going on to their neck right now? There's nothing inside the body for their neck. So now
No, but I mean, they still have the wires.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Wait, no. That's not the problem. Wait, hold on. That's not the problem. The problem is when you have to embed things into people's head with the wires connected to an implant. This now does not have to have an implant.
They stick it on top of your head.
Well, and again, this can happen while they can do it with hair. And also, it's just a paint they can use instead of having all this crazy shit. Like, look at how much less stuff is happening right here than having all of those electrodes all over your head.
But all those electrodes are reusable. That ink is not reusable. So,
but it's
better for capitalism too. You can't reuse anything.
No. But once again, if you want to have somebody who feels comfortable while they're going through a process, this to me feels like it is a less invasive application. And once again, they said they can do it on hair. So instead of shaving somebody's head every single time,
because
that's what they said. They said short hair at least.
When I had an ECG, I had to have my head shaved. That was back in the 70s, probably early 80s. And then the helmet come out. You put a helmet on and it basically does it for you, and you keep your hair. And now, again, you haven't had your head shaved, so you can have it temporary tattooed. I find that invasive.
See, this stuff might just wash off afterwards, right?
And what it actually said in the thing is it flakes off in a couple days. It only lasts for, and like in the shower it comes off. It only lasts for 72 hours of conductivity. So if you were to be there for longer than what is that 3-4 days, whatever, then you might need to have it painted on again. But once again, it's very
if you need that long of a skin, right?
The other thing is, what if you are allergic to the adhesive that they use to stick on those stickers that they put on you?
They don't do that. They just put a thing on your head.
Whatever. Sure, whatever.
Well, sometimes they use an adhesive thing. I know what someone's talking about. The one they put on me, they do that and they tape them on because my head's bald.
Yeah, but anyways, there's multiple ways. But again, this literally
it gives them another option.
Let's say
I don't see the real advantage.
Well, let's say that somebody was allergic to blah 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 yakety schmackety. Here's the last way that you can now get it done and you don't die or something, right? Or or
all those allergic
what's the easiest way for us to do this? Well, maybe we just shave somebody's head if they're okay with that, and we paint on the things, and for 72 hours now we can monitor their body, and I feel like it's less invasive. I feel like your body and you hold on. Give me 5 more. Hold on. Give me 5 more milliseconds. I feel like maybe when you're going through a weird, crazy process and you've never been through this, but you're okay with having your head shaved, that would feel less invasive. Like having that helmet on or just having the pads on and some of the other things. Yeah, less. Thank you. I think that's the best way to say that. Less claustrophobic.
Yeah, and like I also see another option. Like if you'd have like a little device hanging on you, and like they could monitor you like for like 24 hours during your regular day or something. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
This would work better because like you could cover it up with a hat or a hoodie or whatever.
Or let's say you're in the hospital. Let's say you're in the hospital going through treatment, and you're able to use this and have it hooked up to a, like you were saying, Brainless, just a second ago,
a mobile thing,
a mobile, totally. And so now you have your nurse that is like holding onto it next to you, and you just have like 6 wires instead of 2,400, right? Hey, Dave.
One last thing, please.
Go ahead.
It's, I was put on a blood pressure monitor by my doctor. And it's basically something you hold for a week. You keep it on. You
Holter monitor. Yeah, that thing's crazy.
And the doctor, my GP, general practitioner, has all that advice, all that information on his computer, and he can monitor how you do. And we've already got this shit.
Yeah, I know.
You can buy a watch from China that will check your pulse and for like $10.
Obviously,
but not your blood
but
pressure. You can't actually tell your blood pressure.
And it's that cheap. You know why it's that cheap? Because they sell that information to insurance companies.
But anyways, let's track on. But yes, and I'm gonna step away for just. We're gonna play this. We're gonna watch this fucking weird ass robot fucking thing do its thing, and I will be right back.
It's the rectal thermometer.
Those are the best.
Old school.
Oh, which version of the prototype for Slim was this?
This is version 2, I believe.
This is a prototype for Slim you're looking at here, right?
Yeah.
All right. I
This
take
is
your word for it.
It's before the massive dong was added.
So what this is there's water being injected into the muscle structures. So all these like veins or these wires, they're tubes that water is being pumped in and out of to make it move. So that's what we're seeing right now, is water being pushed in and out of these. Like if you look at this thing right here,
Dave's in the house, and Carrie's right.
Wire that.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Dave in the house.
Is Dave here?
Dave's
here.
Yes.
Good, Dave. Best mate, everyone. Oh, you know Dave. He's that guy. All hail.
I know a lot of Daves. We have a song here about the Daves we know.
I mean, Carrie, I wish that I had. Yes, and then, anyways, Carrie, I wish that I had 10 inches coming into. Never mind, we'll talk about that later. And you have about 1 to 3 inches today. And okay, next week I'm gonna have a little bit of snow, but I'm thank goodness so far we're pretty much in the clear over here.
Yeah, 2 inches here. It's coming down right now.
Anyways,
maybe later I'm gonna do like an 8 or 8.5 inches. Never mind.
Okay, so I didn't find it about that. So let's go
ahead. A long line
and
of coke.
I've seen that video with Slim. He's 8.5 inches on flop.
At the least, yes, exactly. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and share this. Futuristic truck breaks world record after traveling 1,800 miles without refueling. A triumph.
Yeah, that's not
this
big
this
tank.
truck that's hydrogen powered, a heavy duty truck.
They
was able
exploded.
to go.
What's heavy duty here?
They actually don't. They actually don't.
We know they don't. We're talking about Trump now.
Yeah, well, totally, completely. Anyways, so this company has achieved making electric trucks designed for emergency response is what they're making this for. And so this is going to be like an EMT, an ambulance, or an emergency vehicle.
And it's hydrogen electric, like a hydrogen fuel cell driving electric motors? Okay.
Yeah, and it can go 6 miles, 18,006
You realize
miles on one single.
making the hydrogen gas costs more energy than getting the electricity you can get out of it.
Yeah, but that's only if you use hydrogen. There's other ways.
I didn't think it was that. I thought it was easy to make it now by doing certain little like.
They're looking to make it easy, but it isn't easy now.
It is easy. It is easy, but it costs a lot of energy.
You can fill it with water, but you need a machine twice the size of the truck itself just to fuel it.
To turn it into hydrogen.
Well, the size of the
to use the hydrogen, like what is an option is just burning it in a combustion engine, but then you've got the problem. I believe it's much more corrosive than regular fuels, and then you've got
corrosive. You mean to like
hydrogen,
and
hydrogen
is quite well known
to say
very explosive for hydrogen.
So,
I think it has a low cost point.
Put into a liquid, it's not too bad. But you need a refinery on the trunk to put it into a liquid.
Or can we there might be economies of scale eventually, but there has to be a will to actually put that together.
Well, anyways, so let's track onto this.
It's a cool idea. Hydrogen fueled vehicles is the way forward. I think it is, because hydrogen's the most abundant element in the universe.
It does seem like something we could harness eventually, but it takes like a whole paradigm shift in thinking that's hard to get people to buy into.
We have harnessed it. It's just finding a use for it. That's the thing.
The only thing is, if you want to use the hydrogen, you have to have a completely emission neutral way of creating it.
Yeah,
because as soon as you use gas or oil to produce the hydrogen, you've already lost, because you'll need more. If you use oil to
other fuels, yes.
Yeah. If you use,
that could be proof of concept, but it wouldn't be viable as an actual fuel alternative until you can produce it without that. But I have seen people put forth ideas that involve using solar energy to produce it, and a couple of other things that made some sense. I'll see if I can find it and share it in the Discord chat, because I saw an interesting thing on it. But
you can store it longer than in a battery. But that's the only option. And
this is a similar thing when I say
refueling is faster than just charging.
I thought it was, anyways. Go ahead, Dog, right quick, and let's crack on.
It's like Matacon travel at the speed of light. And when Brandis always points out, when I say this fact, he always says, you need the power of a whole fucking sun to do this, to travel at that speed anyway. And it's exactly the same thing.
Not a sun. Infinite.
Well, you would need.
Anyways, let's crack on.
We already have the power of a whole fucking sun.
I thought that there was a way better way to make a hydrogen engine that actually works.
This is what I'm thinking, Slim. There's a thing out there that's better.
The conversion ratio, as I said, also if you would use it to heat your house, that would be that would be a good option to replace regular
like
gas,
oil and propane and natural gas and
natural gas.
wood.
If you replace that, but the problem is it's more corrosive, so all the pipes need changing, all the gas installations need changing, and gas has a very narrow. Natural gas has a very narrow window of mixture with gas and oxygen that it is explosive, and that window is enormous with hydrogen. Like the hydrogen doesn't really care about what the ratio is; it'll just explode.
It'll take off when it needs to take off.
All right. So, anyways, anyways, I'm not smart enough to understand anything more than what we just talked about. So let's crack on. The new lens system for endoscopes offer physicians unprecedented view inside the body. So now that they have this, which is scurry looking, Jesus Christ. But this thing can traverse the cardiovascular, respiratory, digestive system, and it can be used for treating diseases and damaged tissue with these narrow winding arteries, bronchial tubes, and the gastrointestinal chambers. Can be a daunting task, but with this, they can get into because it is only small in diameter, but can be narrow in microscopic sizes, making it challenging to access the place where you can put these things in. But this is very flexible, maneuverable, and equipped with a light source.
How the fuck they put it on something that small?
Flexible tube that can detect viewing and where was I? God damn it. Viewing and treating various medical conditions such as blood clots in the heart. So it's that small. Airway obstructions and early stage colon cancer. So this is a small itty bitty little tiny little itty bitty thingy mabobbers. It can even test the arteries in the brain and the bronchioles in your lungs. The size constraint primarily due to the size of the camera's lens. Light source needed at the tip of the device, which is the reason why it can detect all these things and look at the tissues and the blah blah blahs. A flat, lightweight optical component manipulates through a microscopic nanostructures. I'm sorry. Not son of a bee sting. Anyways, so yes, this little thing can now wiggle its way through your body, and we can see more things. And because it's using like an RGB light source, they can now see things in like different light forms. So they can see like cancers, they can see other things and other anomalies in different ways by taking this into the computer system that is looking at these different lights and like seeing them in different ways. So like a UV light, just a red light, a white light, a blue light, a this color light or that color light. So let's see. That's all of those for those thingies of the mabobbers. But let's get into they did it. Like they did it for a joke, and then somebody did it. So here we go.
You're not sharing.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? No, I'm totally not just watching this by myself.
Yeah,
no, totally.
News, don't forget.
Here we go.
All right, does that look like a real bird to you? It's flapping its wings. It's flying around. It looks like a real bird. And that's the point, folks. That bird that you just saw is actually a drone constructed with the body of a taxidermied bird.
Holy fuck!
Jesus Christ.
Well, there you go.
That's right.
Well,
that's just Big Brother just getting fucking wrong now.
We actually went there. Let's put it that way. America went there. Let's put it that way. America went there, and let's just keep going.
I always throw the peace sign, double peace sign, when I see the Google car come around, and it comes around like once every few months.
Yeah,
just to say, "Whoa, hey, here's me," and they always blacken out my face. Or they obscure my face.
But at least you know how to throw gang signs so people know it's you.
Plates and things like that. They obscure that. But that's just
well,
yeah, that's just
wrong. After this, hold on, dog. After this, you're gonna have fake egg on your face. Ha ha! All right, never mind. I'm sorry. Totally... But here we go.
And it's stuffed with technology to make it move like it's still alive and real. And trust me, we absolutely know how this sounds. And that's why we sent Griffin Rushton to Socorro to find out exactly what researchers at New Mexico Tech are planning.
Oh my God, here we blow, and here's how they're doing it.
To do with these appropriately called Frankenstein devices.
Well, that's at least what we're calling them, and I'll tell you, look.
I love that.
Let's get into it. And here is it.
After years of trying to replicate how birds fly,
Jesus Christ.
it's also real.
I know.
And figured he could borrow some blueprints from Mother Nature.
We saw that maybe it's a good idea to use the whole body of the birds because everything is there, and we just need to do a reverse engineering and turn them to a drone.
Yeah, you heard that right. These.
God damn it! Look at this. Just look on the screen. Just look on the screen. Oh my Jesus Christ! Beavis. What is going on
insane, Big Brother.
What is going on anymore? No, what's even weirder is this is not Big Brother. This is just psychopaths deciding that they're going to make these weird things.
Abnormal-looking birds are actually drones built from the bodies of taxidermy birds and retrofitted with robotic technology.
Just watch this again.
They're actually drones built from the bodies of
that oil isn't the biggest commodity. Gold, diamonds, platinum. They're not the biggest commodity on the planet.
It's information. It is private information. Absolutely. It's private information. We know. Yeah, exactly. Similarly. So let's crack on.
Move. And fly like real birds, and that's the point.
The current drones that are being used for wildlife monitoring, like hexacopter or quadcopter, they create a lot of noise, and animals will be scared and scatter.
But these drones.
So he's gonna, like Dog was hinting at, he's going to sell this technology to foreign countries so they can use this to spy on their citizens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it totally.
Blend in, well, at least most of them, giving wildlife researchers an eye inside the.
Look at how scurry that is. Just look at how scurry that is. Like if you were just standing somewhere and this was going by, what would you think?
Developing this technology can.
What would you think? That's a fucking real bird.
Fly with the flock can give us more information about the physics of the.
See, in this way, I do agree with it. I do like this. If you were to have one of these things flying around in a flock of seagulls, haha, like the band. No, I'm just kidding. But no, a migratory birds to see what they're doing. Totally. But this is not where they're going to use it.
Yeah, all
birds are fake. Exactly. Yes. And welcome.
Why would the drone need to eat nuts?
And welcome, Pastor. But anyways, yes.
Well, why a bird needs to eat nuts? Otherwise, his screws get loose.
It's all protein. It's food for the birds. Nuts. And
okay, but is the reason it eats the nuts because it's pretending to be a bird, or is it because like it uses it as a fuel source?
Well, yeah. Well, what? I mean, what chargeable element would you get out of a nut or a seed?
Well, you could get oil out of it, and oil could be. They might have a tiny little diesel engine that it runs on. You run it on peanut oil.
But then it would need to pull into a garage, wouldn't it? Or
I don't know if they've actually like hooked the spanner up to this fucking bird.
But we have covered the birds that power up on the power lines, haven't we? We've covered that before.
Yeah, well, why don't we look at? If you could make this thing into like an albatross or something like that, you could like put like a small little like Huey helicopter in there, and
These are birds that look realistic, and yeah, there is a difference. These will have to, like Holman pigeons.
It's actually like stuffing a robot inside a real bird's carcass, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly similarly what we're talking about. It's a drone inside of a. But now watch this. But hold on, folks.
I'm not going to watch it.
Now listen. Hold on. Yes, listen to this. Watch this.
All right.
The robotic, avian-inspired vehicle for multiple environments. Birds' legs allow for an incredible variety of locomotion, while also holding enough spring to launch them into the air, all while being light enough to still allow for flight.
Beautiful.
Engineers and robotics experts are always looking for ways to increase the mobility of their creations.
Birds are beautiful.
And now, the team behind Raven
So now they've made this.
have taken inspiration from avian anatomy to do just that for their latest flying machine. And although heavily simplified, these mechanical drumsticks have proven to be very versatile.
And now it can just launch and float. It doesn't even have to flap wings yet. It acts exactly similarly like certain types of birds.
Like a real bird, Raven can walk, hop, and even jump into the air to take off. Each of these modes of travel could be useful in different situations Raven finds itself in, and yet they all require different forces and movements to achieve. Raven's mechanical legs need less propulsive force when walking than when hopping.
It's so cute. And then like the fails that they show us are so cute.
And this flexibility needed to be built into a lightweight.
But it's working, you know, it does show us
It's
that.
very fucking impressive.
Yeah.
But then again, like it like with its wings spread, like it already has a good sense of balance, of course, but like still, that's quite interesting.
And you could make the wings in a better shape. They're just doing proof of concept right now, and I feel like the tail wing or tail could have a better spread of a thingy of the mobobbers. But like it working actually is insane that it is doing that.
But then we,
and we've talked about that master pastor, the biomechanical technology on cockroaches, and we've gone over the backpacks on them and stuff.
The slim.
We've done that.
I don't get like because there's sets you can get for that. You should do that. I think that is a slim thing to do.
Well,
you're right.
Probably. We've also covered like the likes of Elon Musk putting a microchip in a pig's brain and controlling it like it was fucking Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. We've done all of that before. I'm just
but you can do that with cockroaches. That's a nice hobby project for you, dog.
We already went over controlling.
I run a clean life. My house is perfect. It's clean all the time.
But we have already gone over cockroaches that they put electronic backpacks on, and they were able to control them to do certain things when they wanted them to by certain stimuli. Let's put it that way.
Rotary wing drones already have a similar level of mobility, but fixed wing flight is more energy efficient. And by utilizing that jumping takeoff, Raven can strike a balance, propelling itself into the air without the.
So if you were trying to like launch, I know drones can go up with the propellers they have, but say you wanted to use this in a certain way, now they can propel themselves almost immediately into the sky instead of having a runway they have to go down.
Yeah.
Now it's
vertical takeoff is extremely inefficient. Like a helicopter is so much less efficient than an airplane.
Yeah, and then this is the half and half of that. So now you have a machine that will almost propel itself completely up in the air immediately, and it will start gliding as well, because that's what they've shown. It doesn't have to start flapping its wings for a hot second. So it literally can go up and then float for a second and then start using.
Yeah. And also calling it Raven is probably the coolest fucking word.
Yeah, and I posted that already, but yes, cats will destroy them all, totally.
Cats will destroy them all, most definitely.
Or space for a runway. The result, an efficient fixed-wing design.
So instead of having a runway, like they just said, now they can launch themselves. And if we could figure out a way to get like our jets, airplanes, and other aircrafts, spacecrafts, and what they call freaking helicopters, god damn it, in freaking LA now.
Rotary wing?
No. They call them air. God damn it. It's like what you would call a helium balloon thingy.
An airship.
It's an airship. Thank you so much. I
It's
love
dirigible.
no wait, hold it. It's called an airship. It's called an airship. It's called an airship. My favorite thing is when I watch, because I watch a shit ton of them because I grew up in California, Southern California, when they're chasing a suspect with helicopters in the air, they will consider themselves airships, and I love every time they fucking say it. I almost jizz in my pants every time they say airship because I
The
love
word airship does it for you.
It's like steampunk. It's like not real. Like they could say helicopter because they're totally a motherfucking goddamn helicopter, but they're like, no, the airship. The sheriff airship, the airship of K5 News, the airship of, and I'm like, yeah, airship. I just love how they're using this like steampunk word almost pretty much because that's like pretty much what it is,
Well,
right?
it technically is an airship or an aircraft.
Obviously it is, but it's just funny how they're using that instead of helicopter, right?
Yeah, but this is why
time to get to the chopper.
Yes.
My favorite day of the week is Wednesdays, Drunk News, and I know we blag about a lot of it. It won't work because you need so much energy, but they're working on that, and I love that. What the future is going to be. Drunk News shows what the future will be. There will be tattoos on your head. There will be nanobots and things like that will just kill cancer when it goes in. We've seen this,
and that's why we're here.
We're showing the prototypes of this, and that's why I love it so much. So,
and once again, because I'm from the intergalactic space agency from the future, I can only divulge so many things, but I'm actually mixing that into things that we're talking about that never became something. But I do show you things that are going to be things eventually, but I can't tell you which ones are going to not and are going to be. Otherwise,
Slam, you're already telling too much now.
Yeah.
Well, then I have to press the red button.
Time continuum.
Let's just say working on these things to a goal.
If I press the red button, none of us will know what's going on anymore because that is the end of everything. So that's why. Hold on. It's supposed to be 2034 that red button gets pressed, but it's not by me. But I'm trying to not press it before then. And yes, this is
the fact is we know you're not going to push it before, because if you would have pushed the button, there wouldn't be no future where in which you were made, so you would not be here.
Well, and the other thing about it is I'm a complete narcissist. I think is that the right word? Where like I want this to happen, so I'm gonna want this to happen as long as possible to where I get this much attention.
A narcissist, but you're actually a humanist. You know.
I know, but as the joke is, I'm not going to press the button because I want this to keep going on, so I get the attention in this existence for whatever reason, whatever. Anyway,
we know you're an attention whore. We know you're an attention whore, sweetie.
Attention whore, exactly. So let's crack on with this.
So day to day, it's just a lot of farming. It's just irrigating and moving water. It's harvesting, processing, and sampling those crops, and then sending.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to get like into here where he actually talks about it and just isn't stroking his own ego.
Just went from drying out in a day to like drying out in 3 or 4 days. That's pistachio shell biochar right there. Biochar is basically.
So they're putting pistachio grounds grinds, I guess, into or just on top of their soil, and it's actually holding in more moisture in hot weather than without it.
Please choke carefully.
Or charcoal. So
I
learn
don't
more
know
about
what
it.
the
Very,
flag
very coarse. So
was
like in a
next
gram,
to the
roughly, it's like
American
2,000
flag.
square inches
Is
of
that
surface.
Argentina? If you go back,
Okay,
there
well,
was
let's
a flag
hold on.
next. It was like a joint thing, and it was like I don't know what the flag was with the blue stripes, the whiteness, and the gold star. You see it on the top there. It's like a joint thing. See it?
It's the Colorado. It's the Colorado flag with the American flag, bro.
Oh, right.
So, anyways, let's crack on. Let's crack on.
I sure will get why one country has like 50 different flags. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, America's fucking.
Look how many flags England has.
We're trying.
We have
Look, every
a million. Anyways, we're trying to get to 60. Anyways, let's stop.
The Union flag, Union Jack. We have the Scottish, Welsh, and the Irish.
The
flag.
Scottish. You had to say it right. The Scottish.
It's fun.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Let's stop.
Yeah, but you also like every county has a flag or township.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's
No,
gotta
they
be
don't.
flag
They
in
have,
the street.
they
Has
have
to be supported.
symbols. They have symbols. They don't
How
have
many
flags.
flags do you see when fucking football is being played? What are you talking about? There's a gazillion and a half. Every little fucking town has its goddamn motherfucking flag for their, and that is literally their flag, even though that's not, but that's totally their flag, bro. You know that.
You've gone into football stuff now, mate.
That is the flags of a lot of those places. But let's crack on. Let's keep going. Let's not get into this because we'll talk about this in another time. We can totally do a football freaking stream at one point in time.
Football, as you should say.
The footy.
A foosball, but anyways,
charcoal.
let's
So
keep
start learning more
going.
about it. It's very, very coarse. So like in a
Footy,
gram,
footy.
roughly, it's
Yeah,
like 2,000 square inches of surface area. You're increasing the storage of a given soil with that material. This was done in a hayfield. The biochar test field here is 2 acres total. You have soil sensors at 6, 12, and 18 inches. Each cable goes to 3 sensors at 3 different levels here. A solar panel charges this battery, and then this battery powers this logger, which is then wired in the sensors. So we have a
Okay, so what they did is they're gonna say it again, but they were taking this measurement before they had the pistachio shell dusting, I guess, or a grounds, the grinding up of the pistachio a nut shell, not pistachios itself, but the shells, and then this is what happened.
It was 0 to 24 inch profile that we're looking at the moisture. I have their sensor data on my phone.
So the moisture rose itself, and because it was holding in a layer of the moisture instead of the sun baking off the water that was under it, it was actually causing a protection layer to make it so that it did not
dry out.
Sure. Thank you. I know there was another word I was thinking of, but anyway, same
Dehydrate.
Sure.
Dehydrate.
Or just soak up the water from the atmosphere or whatever.
Hey,
Victoria, what up? So here we go.
I'm going with Jasper's thing that they actually do. The government put hydrogen molecules into the water. Bastards.
Wait.
I don't know why that's funny.
Are you hold on? Are you being serious or are you being jovial? Hold on. Wait, hold on, dog. If you're being jovial, let us know. But if not, let us know where. Hold on, dog. Hold on.
The water is actually is like 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, or no, two hydrogen, 1 oxygen.
But it's not monoxide, right?
No, it's just hydrogen. That just is so funny.
Yeah,
But if you have two monoxides, it becomes dioxide.
That's what I'm saying.
Monoxide is water.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Okay.
are you insinuating that like somebody's doing something, or are
No,
you
that's
just
just
making the
being-
joke that it's water?
Insinuating.
Right over there, they have a sensor.
Okay, let's track on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the dumbass completely. Then
rather than LHM.
I was wondering if they were insinuating or saying something about somebody doing something that we weren't sure of. But yes, I get where they, if it was a normal thing. But let's track on. Let's track on.
AI
3 and then 4, the biochar strips.
Is
They'll have
Victoria here?
23% more moisture in them, even after a month, even through the winter. No irrigation.
Yes, hey, Victoria.
Increasing water holding capacity in soil is not entirely new. Like, that's known that it can. What's new is the way we put it in the soil is far off.
And then the other thing that, like, I don't know how this works 100%, but like maybe if you're putting a thing over a thing that causes it to have water under it, and the sunlight is being reflected off of it, maybe then it would cause it to have the moisture still stay under that layer of the thing.
It's basically a protection against the sun.
Yeah, it's sunscreen for your crops technically. And then the other thing is, because it is a like when you make a nut or the shell of a nut, it usually is the waste of it's like your fingernails.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste when I'm just not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, it's like your finger. It's like your fingernails. It's like your dry skin. It's something that is protecting you that you shed eventually. So there's not a lot of nutrients in it. But again, it's a good blocker. So if you were to take, I know this is going to sound gross as shit, but I'm going to say it. Let's say you took all of the sheddings of your fucking skin and you put them over some, it's like snake skin. Let's put it that way. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? It's like snake skin. You have these layers of this that's being put over that's causing the protection against something, but then it is being expelled, or then it's in another place. And so the nutshell, that's what she said. It turns into a layer of protection, right? So now this nutshelling of the pistachios nuts that are being ground up are turning into a layer of protection from the sun, from these crops, so that moisture stays in the soil longer. And that's what they're saying from this. Okay, now that we're done with that, because that was so much more long-winded than I ever wanted to say.
All biomatter has a fiber, and finding out what use you can have of that fiber is pretty cool. I find that a great science, to be honest.
Well, and the other great thing about a lot of these things is what normally would happen to these is if they were not being composted, they'd be thrown into a dump yard, a garbage yard place, and we'd be turning ourselves more into Idiocracy, the movie. The better ways and the more ways that we can figure out a way to use things that it would be considered waste, using them to flavor things, to burn, to make into products, and to doing all the other things that we're slowly seeing companies doing. They're very on a small scale as of right now, because the corporate cunts are still ebbing and flowing. And unfortunately, while we have like certain apps, it's going to take a hot second for that to go away. Like throwaway fashion, is that what it's called? It's called something like that.
Yeah.
Where literally it's made to just for you to, what is it? What?
Fission.
Well, no, it's called a fast fashion or something like that.
Yeah.
I was in the fashion industry, or like I went to college for a hot second, and it's something like that. And I know I'm missing one word, but anyways, that's where they just make it so fast with like shitty stitching so that you can wear it once to 5 times, and then after that, especially if you wash it or you clean it in the wrong way, it's literally going to dissolve on itself. So you have to go buy new clothing as often as possible. So that's what I'm talking about.
That's what you get from
fast
when you
fashion.
buy something that's made in an Asian country, built by or made by 10-year-old Asians.
Yes, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's called fast fashion or something like that. I don't remember because I'm kind of a little bit drunk, let's put it that way. And but fuck it, because it is Drunk Wednesdays. But here we go. Here we're at the end of this. I don't have anything else to share as of right now that I can see off of the top of the things that I see. Yeah, no, I don't have anything. So let's just crack on. And we will see you all tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Speak up, man. What's happening tomorrow?
I don't know.
I know. I don't have.
You got nothing set up.
Yeah, I don't have anything. No, I literally
need
don't
to know
have
how drunk I need to be for tomorrow.
Well, I don't know yet. It's gonna either there's two options at this point. It's either gonna be flat Earth, dunces, or it's gonna be crackpot conspiracies.
Yeah, either or. I need to be fucked up in the head. Alcohol.
Yeah.
You already are fucked up in the head.
Same either way.
And then guess what just happened? I think yesterday, I think it was yesterday. The suitcase killer lady, the suitcase murder bitch.
Yeah, Sarah Boone.
She got sentenced. She got sentenced
again.
So no.
She was convicted before, but she didn't get the sentence.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Al.
Okay.
You totally said it right.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
She got sentenced. So we have
life in prison.
Yes. Well, obviously, that was what is going to happen. But we have her talking about how she doesn't understand how people can't forgive her for killing her wife. She's just wait. So we're gonna do another murder mystery on her, which is the second episode of her next week. We're gonna do that. Not this week. Tomorrow is going to be either crackpot conspiracies or flat earth dunces.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to be probably doing crackpot conspiracies because even though we're getting closer to the final experiment, there's a lot of the videos that are coming out have been on the side of the globe, and a lot of flat earthers have tucked their tails between their legs, and they have hidden in the last, and we're 13 days out, we're 10 days out, I don't know exactly, so we'll go over that when we get to that. So most likely it's going to be crackpot conspiracies, but I have to double check to see how many videos I have on that, and we'll go from there, and we'll see, and maybe we'll do something else. I don't know.
I think we should look forward to a Slim Mystery 4000 theater.
Yeah, sure that.
I think that'd be quite cool.
And in the new, yes, totally.
I know we've got 3,000 there, or 4,000 there. We should do that here.
Why not just jump all the way up to 9,000?
What about 69?
Yeah, that's
anyways, all right, folks.
You have to give other people a chance. It's not monopoly. It's not like a conglomerate that we write that word in. You got to give other people a chance. That's how business works. Of course it does, Al. Come on,
Yes.
this.
So anyways, let's crack on. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you all in my panel, my co-host, and everybody else.
Thanks.
And you
are
as
watching
welcome.
it right now. Please,
Yep.
make sure that you're subscribed that your bell notification is on for all. And if you can, please join. That helps out the channel so much that keeps us afloat and keeps us doing this. And thank you once again, everybody here and everybody in the future who is watching. Please share this, like, subscribe, and all the things if you have made it this far. And we will see you all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Go ahead, dog.
And quickly, don't donate dollars to for a chat remark. Donate to subscribe, put subscribers to Slim, because that does build up the channel more.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
You mean members? Don't pay for subscribers.
Pay for subscribers and members. It's better than just a super chat.
Yes, so thank you very much for that. And in the future, we might do goals, but we'll talk about that later. I'm still looking into it, and I don't know if I feel like we're going to go in the way of Twitch, but if we do, we'll see. Where I ask for so many members to be subscribed, and then I ask for so many super chats and blah blah blah, and a couple other things that do things that try to boost engagement on the channel. But I don't know if I want to go that gimmicky, because I feel like it's doing what Twitch does, and that's why we're not on Twitch. But we'll talk about that later. We'll see you all tomorrow.
I donated 10 chatters.
Yes, well, no, thank you.
At least it's a scorpion, an ant, or a dog.
Well, again, we'll talk about that next time.
Eat a
But
what?
anyways, eating a scorpion and other things and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk
Eat a
about
scorpion.
that. Well,
Eat a scorpion.
no, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about. I'm not tonight.
Scorpion.
Eat a
Maybe
scorpion.
we'll talk about that maybe later.
Is that
But
a thing?
I have scorpions to eat, but anyways, again,
All right.
we'll talk about that later.
So
You still got
But we'll
scorpion left.
this channel is fucking awesome. It's probably my best channel on YouTube.
Well, thank you.
Why
This
people
one here.
can't fucking find it and share it or whatever is it's a disgrace.
I don't know why more people aren't sharing this and there aren't more people watching, because I feel like this is insane and crazy and weird. But anyways, I don't know what's going on anymore, and I don't pay for commercials
no
and or
understanding any of
pushing.
that.
Well, and I don't pay money to push our channel, and that's the other thing is there's a lot of channels that they put $10 a month.
That costs money.
I know. And I'm just not pushing money into it yet. Once it becomes more of like my daily thing, maybe when we go on tour, I might. We'll see. So just we can get more engagement. We'll talk about that later. So, anyways, thank you very much. We'll all see you later. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because like there's a burrito sitting next to me, and I'm so wanting to eat my goddamn motherfucking burrito. So thank you all very much. We'll see you all tomorrow for probably Crackpot Conspiracies. Y'all have a good night. Everybody say,
Good night,
fuck
everybody.
you. And
Fuck
we'll see
you.
you all
Fuck
later.
you.
Bye.